so there's a power button right back here. Press that in the corner. While that's turning on, you can turn this on. In general, for the volume, we like it set at 3/4. We're pointing at 3 o'clock there. Password is Mercer Sound. No capitals, no spaces. So here are the 3 different folders that we keep for the 3 different ministries. I'm just gonna open up weekends for now. Start by opening up the most current one, which we keep right there. To make it so you can actually visually see what's happening in Mainstage on the keyboard and be able to switch between patches and such, what we can do is we can hit this button right here. It says Shift and External Control Settings, because if you see the Shift parentheses on the very bottom in gray, it says DAW Control. So we hit Shift and that button, and now if you look here, it actually mimics what's going on up there, and over here, it tells you what patch number you're on. So I can literally change the patches from my keyboard like this. So now we've opened this up. One of the first things that we want to do is actually create a new concert. You never want to write over this concert. So what we do is we go up to File and we click Save As, not Save, and then we rename this. So I might name it Weekend or September 26, 21, something like that. And I probably honestly want it on the desktop because I'll just delete it when I'm done, which is not here. Oh, there we go. Save. So now it's going to save an alternate version of this onto my desktop, and then I can go in and start editing and changing the sounds how I want them. To choose a preset that already exists, here's how you do it. So here, as you can see, there's nothing right now because nothing is selected. If I go up here and choose a patch, now down here, we actually have those 4 tabs. If I click on Patch Library, far left, you'll see User Patches. Now, if I click on that, it's gonna take me to this area. This is where we save all of our presets. So I can pick a song and choose it. So I could click on Champion. There's also a couple other champions there. Feel free to test them and check them out and see what you like the best. Now, as you can see, there are 4 sections right here that aligns with these 4 sections down here. As you can see, they're color coordinated and they match up well. They don't always align perfectly because this is not automated, but once you get moving something, you'll see it change up there. I recommend just experimenting, checking things out. If things don't sound quite right on here, you can see what the shimmer button does by pressing the button and then listen to it. You can turn it back off. Click it a couple times sometimes. One thing to note is sometimes you might be actually listening to the piano, the internal sounds on this. That is controlled right here. As you can see, it's upper 1 level. So when I adjust this, you can actually see the level changing here. So you might actually hear sound from the actual keyboard. So if you hear pianos, when you should be hearing only electric pianos or strings, it could be that this piano, internal piano, is actually on. You can use that to your advantage, but it can also be something to take note of if you're hearing piano and you don't know why. So there are a few things to also take note. If you make changes and you want to save those changes, you do have to save before you change patches. So if I, for instance, went in and changed Champion and I was like, oh, you know what, just has too much warm pad, let's bring that down, but not enough alter call pad, I want to pull that up. And there's too much reverb on this grand, I want just a little bit of reverb here, but I want some shimmer on this. So you see how I had to rotate it down to bring it back up to actually grab where it was located. So I'm now happy with this sound. So now what I'm gonna do is over here, hit Command S, or I can just go up to File and hit Save, which you can also see as Command S right there. That way, I know before I change patches, it'll save it in its current state. It does not automatically export and save Champion's new settings in the user presets. If you want to do that, if you want to override it or rename it or create a patch that you want to recall later, then you're going to hit Command E for export. And then you're going to rename it and save it with all the user patches. One thing to take note of, if you have any time-based effects or if you are running click from the keys, you'll want to go over to Attributes and change the tempo to whatever the tempo is of the song before you save and export your preset.